Maximum security prisons have failed to keep in the Mexican drug lord El Chapo not once but twice. El Chapo's new home, the ADX prison, takes rough and ruthless measures to keep the worst criminals behind bars. Welcome back to All About Prison, and today we will let you take a look at El Chapo's life inside the prison walls. El Chapo was first arrested in 1993 and was moved to a maximum security prison in Mexico. But El Chapo could run his business and even throw parties in prison. Finally, in 2001, El Chapo decided to break out, and that too in a laundry basket, a mission that cost him $2.5 million. El Chapo was arrested again in 2014. This time, despite tougher security measures, El Chapo managed to get out of prison through a 1.5-kilometer tunnel that his crew made that extended to his unmonitored cell bathroom. Soon enough, the drug kingpin was arrested before he could do much damage. And finally, as a last resort, El Chapo was extradited to the U.S. and on the 19th of July 2019, moved into what will be his new and possibly his last home, the Administrative Maximum U.S. Penitentiary, or ADX for short, in Florence, Colorado. El Chapo's cell is likely to be located in the most secure areas of the prison called Range 13. His room is 7 by 12 feet and is surrounded by reinforced concrete walls, ceiling, and floor. His cell has two doors, one that is an interior barred door, as well as a solid outer door, adding to the already cold feeling of being isolated. There is no mess hall where the prisoners go to get food. Instead, the food gets delivered to the prisoner's cell through the dual doors. The cell has a small desk stool, which is also made out of concrete, and is attached to the cell floor. With a few adjustments, he could use this stool as a table for his food. El Chapo's cell also has a window that is 42 inches tall and 4 inches wide. And its view isn't as great as that from a mountain or a beach. It's rather bleak and empty. Right next to the concrete desk is a shelf, and on this shelf is a radio and a black and white television. The contents on the television and the radio is none too exciting, as it's going to be filled with only religious and educational programming. The bed that El Chapo has to sleep every night is also made from, you guessed it, concrete. And on top of that is a very thin mattress, which seems to be making little to no difference for the comfort. The bed is not really the biggest, and even someone like El Chapo would have a hard time stretching himself in this bed. The cells are made soundproof, which prevents communication between prisoners and knowing what is going on outside of their cells. The cell is only illuminated by a single light. The light, along with other electronic devices in the cell, is controlled by the guards. And as for the bathroom, just like his previous cell, he has a toilet and shower built inside the cell. The shower has a timer which prevents flooding and suicide attempts. You guys might be wondering whether he has any time outside of the cell, right? Well, he does, 1 hour every day to be exact. Now you guys would be wondering what he would be doing for that 1 hour, right? In short, not a lot. El Chapo is moved to a concrete structure that's best described as an empty swimming pool. He doesn't have much space to do much. The best he could do is walk around 10 steps in a straight line, or 30 steps in a circle. He is monitored by guards at all times. He is moved from one set of concrete walls to another. Despite having minimal contact, he is allowed to have outside visits. However, these are non-contact. He is separated from the visitors by a thick glass screen. If this isn't enough to prevent El Chapo from making another prison break, what you will hear next will be enough. The floors are scattered with pressure pads, and through the facility are countless cameras and motion sensors. Each and every electronic device, including the doors, are controlled by the guards. In fact, there are nearly 1,400 remote-controlled steel doors in the facility. The prison is surrounded by walls that are at least 12 feet tall and are lined with razor wire fences. The prison compound is patrolled by heavily armed guards, some with attack dogs, and is overlooked by guards from the many towers. This prison could be the closest thing to hell. In fact, several inmates of the ADX have been diagnosed with insanity. Even facing several lawsuits, the ADX hasn't changed and does not seem like they will change the practices and the systems in the prison. Do you think the ADX is enough to hold El Chapo? What bizarre plan would the drug kingpin have to come up with if wants to break out for a third time? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more interesting prison videos.